9 experienced mountaineers, in the desolate heart of the Ural Mountains, cut their tent open from the inside, fled into the sub-zero night underdressed and barefoot, only to suffer crushing injuries without a single visible external wound. This was not an accident. This was a horror. But not the horror we've been told. What force drove these skilled Soviet hikers to such an extreme, desperate act in the unforgiving wilderness of 1959? In late January 1959, Igor Dyatlov led a team of 9 experienced alpine ski hikers into the northern Ural Mountains. Their objective, conquer Odorton, a challenging peak in the subarctic wilderness. All were skilled, equipped for extreme conditions, and well aware of the risks. They would register their return on February 12th. But as the days turned into weeks, and no word arrived, an uneasy silence settled, betraying the grim reality that something had gone terribly wrong on the mountain. Weeks later, search parties found their tent, partially collapsed and covered in snow. A chilling detail emerged immediately. It had been cut open from the inside, suggesting an urgent, desperate escape. Inside, personal belongings and warm winter gear remained untouched. Outside, 9 pairs of footprints, some barefoot or in single socks, led away from the camp, heading towards a nearby forest in temperatures plunging far below zero. The scene defied all logic, pointing to a sudden, terrifying incident. The search culminated in the recovery of all 9 bodies, scattered across an area spanning over 1.5 kilometers. Initially, 2 hikers were found beneath a large cedar tree, next to the remains of a small fire. 3 more were discovered between the cedar and the tent, seemingly trying to return to camp. Months later, the remaining 4 were located in a ravine, buried deeper in the snow. Each discovery added another layer of grim, bewildering detail. The autopsies revealed the true horror. While some died of hypothermia, others suffered inexplicable traumatic internal injuries. One had a fractured skull, another lost her tongue and eyes, and 4 sustained major chest fractures, as if crushed by an immense force. Crucially, these severe injuries showed no external soft tissue damage, presenting a profound forensic paradox. Adding to the enigma, low levels of radioactivity were detected on some clothing, further deepening the mystery surrounding their agonizing end. For decades, the bizarre evidence fueled wild theories: aliens, Yeti, even indigenous tribal attacks. These sensational claims, however, lacked any credible evidence and often ignored basic forensic science. Instead, the focus should shift to the human body's extreme reactions to deadly cold. The phenomenon of paradoxical undressing, where victims of severe hypothermia strip their clothes due to a sudden sensation of intense heat, explains why some were found with minimal clothing, even in sub-zero temperatures. One compelling explanation for their initial panic is the infrasound hypothesis. Extremely low-frequency sound, inaudible to human ears but capable of inducing intense fear and irrational behavior, could have been generated by unique wind patterns oscillating around the mountain peak. This invisible force could have driven the hikers to flee their tent in terror, explaining their frantic, ill-equipped escape. The Soviet military testing nearby, if any, could also account for the low-level radioactivity and perhaps even some of the strange concussive injuries. However, the most scientifically robust theory points to a delayed slab avalanche. The hikers had unknowingly camped on a weak snow layer. A sudden, small yet powerful slab avalanche, triggered by wind or their own movements, could have silently cracked the snow above them, pressing down on the tent. This pressure could explain the non-external crushing injuries and the campers' frantic, immediate need to cut their way out and escape. This event wouldn't resemble a massive snow slide, but a compact, deadly slab of snow hitting them as they slept. The Dyatlov Pass incident serves as a chilling testament to the unforgiving power of nature and the complex interplay of several factors. A silent, delayed slab avalanche causing immediate, traumatic injuries, combined with the disorienting effects of extreme cold, leading to paradoxical undressing, and perhaps even aggravated by infrasound panic, created a perfect storm of disaster. While the definitive what-if remains elusive, modern science offers a cold, tragic logic to the decades-old mystery, revealing that sometimes, the true horror lies not in the supernatural, but in the brutal realities of the natural world.